Wrapping up with J.D. Pickell, the hard count on3.com. Let's get you out with this. I'm sitting here looking out through all these conferences and working on all kinds of stuff that we do and analytically looking at this stat and this metric and these recruiting this and recruiting that. And I look at Miami in the ACC and I go, man, this is a good roster. At least on paper, it looks good. They've recruited well. They've worked the transfer portal. They've got a great quarterback coming in. And then I look over there at Mario Cristobal, who's one game above 500 as a coach, and I'm like, man, where is this team? Are they good enough to get over on what has been, looks like, at least face value, some coaching efficiencies with Cristobal? Is it time for Miami to shine this year?
I really think it is. And I think it's fair based on the total body of work for Mario Cristobal to talk about that record. I mean, for me, I think in recent history, like he took over Miami in a spot where they weren't necessarily on the up and up. Like that, there was a reason why he was able to get that head coaching job based on what he did at Oregon, and then also based on what Miami hadn't been. So I think there's probably some context there, but I really think, for me, from the outside looking in, I think he is a culture guy. I think culture is something they've lacked. Again, outside looking in, that's kind of something that seems to have been missing a little bit, that pride factor of what that, green and orange U means across college football. And the thing I love, man, is like he's a guy that's been a part of it when it is humming. Like he's seen what it's supposed to look like. He's seen the blueprint. And so to be able to have seen it firsthand and now to try and recreate that, I think that helps you substantially more than if you had other circumstances coming into it. But like you just mentioned, man, the roster, you have a top 10 class from 23 that's cycling up is kind of the verbiage that I'll use. They're all going to develop another off season. And Francis Mauigoa is absolute freak show on the offensive line for them. And Ruben Bain is another guy that just is an Avenger playing defensive line for them. And I mean, you hit it on the head. Cam Ward, man, I think the difference a quarterback can make for you if they're able to have some guys around him as some weapons. I really think this is kind of the year for Miami to really make some noise in the ACC. And last thing I'll say is, too, like, Jake, I don't see a team in the ACC that I have tremendous confidence in. And that's not throwing shade at Florida State or anything against Clemson, but, like, I just see a big old question mark in the ACC, and I see a Miami team that just continues to trend up year after year under Cristobal. So that's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm fired up to see the U, and I think this could be a really good year for them.
Very good stuff as always. Follow him on X at JD Pickell. You can find his show, The Hard Count, on On3. Check out their YouTube channel and more. Of course, grab a subscription today on On3.com. JD, appreciate you as always, my friend, for taking some time with us. Look, have a great weekend. We'll do it again soon.
Jake, always a pleasure, man. I appreciate you having me on, brother.